Last night, my wife's boss from her brand new job invited us over for dinner, and my wife kept saying how important it was to make a good impression. I scoffed and arrogantly informed her that I always make good impressions. At the dinner, it was just the three of us, and it seemed to be going really well. She soon brought out the main course, a nice big juicy steak for each of us. As I began to cut into my steak, I realized that this was severely undercooked. Now, I've had my fair share of rare steak, but I probably could have resuscitated the cow had I tried. Instead, I sat there fidgeting with my knife and fork, worrying about how I was going to get away with not eating this steak. Claim veganism? No, I'd already shown great enthusiasm upon seeing the steak. Just then, my wife's boss excused herself to the kitchen. As I looked across the fancy dining room table at the open window of this third-story apartment, I had an idea. I grabbed the steak with my hand, gently shook off the juice, and executed a perfect throw right through the center of the open window. But guess what? The window wasn't open. It was the cleanest fricking window you've ever seen in your life. That is, until my mostly raw slab of steak slammed up against it and slowly slid down, leaving a trail of bloody juice in its wake. My wife, whose steak was a nice medium rare and was unaware of my predicament, turned, jaw dropped, and stared at me like I was an alien from another planet. This look then slowly morphed into more of a "there is no place on this planet you can ever hide from me" expression of demonic anger. My wife's boss heard the thud of the steak on window impact and came quickly. She took in the scene, the steak sitting on the windowsill, the blood trail, my empty plate, and then gave me a puzzled look. I just didn't know what to say. It felt like a minute of silence, but was probably 3 or 4 seconds. Finally, the best I could manage was, I'm so sorry. I'm such a klutz. I was just cutting it, and it slipped. Just ask my wife. I really am a klutz, right, honey? No help coming from that direction. As I smeared the blood around the window with my cloth napkin, dusted off the steak, and continued to mutter my incoherent explanation. Both women continued to stare at me like I had escaped from the loony bin. I knew what I had to do. I returned to my seat and ate every bite of that cold, chewy, bloody, raw steak. My wife's only 2 words to me since the incident are, "I'm fine."